But let's look at these very reasons why exactly the West does not want Africa to develop. Now, number one reason is the economic interest. You see, they want us to be economically dependent on them. And when they make sure that, okay, it's just only raw materials that we export, we do not process those raw materials into finished products that are going to give it higher value, and then we can make more money, right? So they just want us to stay at that level of producing raw materials so that they can exploit us. They can buy those things cheap from us and then sell them at huge amounts in the global market. We've seen it time and again with even how they have dealt with many of all these francophone countries. Like, thank God how Burkina Faso and Mali and Niger, separated from these colonial demons, France. You see, because they were busy exploiting their resources, their uranium, their gold, and other resources, until those guys, detached from them and took power by force. And I think that's what we need across the continent. Because yes, in as much as these guys pull their puppet, they put all this, their so-called democracy that they are using to rob us, they are using to extort us and steal our resources, because by that they put in their puppet in government, and then those ones, they use them to siphon the resources and just keep us underdeveloped. So the first reason is the economic interest, the fact that they want us to be economically dependent on them and just keep our resources at that low level state, just for us to be supplying them raw materials without turning them into finished products. That's number one. Number two is the control of the global market. You see, it's related to the first one, which has to do with them wanting to dominate the global market. So if they make sure that we do not develop, so we cannot compete with them on a global stage, like, okay, because we have huge resources which we can convert to many great products. So by them controlling the global market, so they've sideline us and make sure that, okay, we can't even reach that level of competing with them on the global stage. So that's the second reason of them keeping Africa underdeveloped, because they don't want competition at that global level.